Welcome to Week 4's episode of Baking It Down, brought to you, as always, by the Waffle House Football League. I'm this week's guest host and manager of the Johnsonville Hot Dogs, Casey Tiemann. Week 4 was full of ballers, with 7 players scoring over 30 points. High scorers, with 4 of our 5 winners scoring over 130 points. And heartbreakers, with losses to Lamar and Malik and Tyreek. Don't think I forgot about all you bench blow-ups, but we'll cover that a little bit later in everybody's favorite segment, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
And to keep him from going off on a long-winded monologue is his co-host, Hayden Tiemann. We've got a great episode for you today, so I'll dive right into our first matchup of the week. Kicking us off, we have Sean's standout team claiming their third consecutive win against the previously undefeated Denver Chicken Nuggets. The 117 rushing yards and rushing touchdown from Denver's James Cook was not enough to compete with the solid performances from Jalen Hurts and the rest of Sean's standout team.
A 2-1, Raw Sauce Gillette took on Brock's bold team at 1-2. Strong performances by Jefferson and Samuel of 20-plus points each put Gillette in the driver's seat, but Brock bounced back with a duo of Genty and Pickens combining for over 69 points and overcoming the loss of Tyreek Hill. Brock dominated this game, a score of 150 to 112.
Bijan Robinson and the Las Vegas Rancheros would hand the Houston Happy Endings their fourth straight loss of the season. Robinson's 106 receiving yards, 75 rushing yards, and a rushing touchdown helped Las Vegas advance to 2-2.
In a cellar dweller matchup, we had Show Me Your TDs taking on Wisdom of the Stroud. 2 clever plays of Gainwell and May by Wisdom allowed them to jump out to the early lead. You combine that with number 1 wide receiver Malik Neighbors out for the season, and it looked like another loss for the TDs. But the TDs were able to bounce back with 2 30-plus point performances out of Mahomes and Jacobs, securing their first victory on the season. The TDs take it 133 to 127.
Big Brown Dax, Jordan Love, and Christian McCaffrey beat up on the Boone Valley Bitches last week, 149 to 117. The 3 total touchdowns and 209 passing yards from Josh Allen just did not quite compete with Love's 3 passing touchdowns and 337 passing yards. My Green Bay Snackers had themselves a field day, taking down the Johnsonville Hot Dogs 168 to 127. The Snackers were led by Puka Nakua's 36 points and 29.6 from Bo Nix.
What can I say? Sometimes you hit a buzzsaw and there's just nothing you can do. I had a pretty good week. I scored nearly 130 points. That's on top of me losing my number 1 scorer, Lamar. It really just comes down to your facing Puka. Like I told Hayden during the games, Nakua scares me. And guess what? He will scare you too. And that's before you add in Williams or St. Brown, 26 and 21 apiece. And then my boys, the Denver duo, go out and have their best games of the season, combining for 50 points. That's 170 points. Nobody can compete with that. In the end, I got boat raced by a better team. But remember one thing, Hayden. We will meet again.
Gotta say, it's much better to be on the winning end for these recap matchups. But with that out of the way, let's move on to a fan favorite segment, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
As always, we start with the good. Wisdom the Shroud got up early, knowing that starter Jalen Warren being out meant that Gainwell was going to get fed well. His Viking feast tallied him 33 and a third point, nearly 25 and a quarter points over projection. In the middle, we have the bad. Although I like to highlight everyone's disgusting choices, there is one that stands out a little bit more than the rest. How does Brock's bold team continue to sit NFL-ready running back Quinshon Judkins, who scored nearly 24 points and close to 12 points above projections? Although you did not need those points this week, Brock, will you need them next week? Last, we come to the ugly. This one, folks, is a heartbreaker, as Show Me Your TDs lost number 1 pick and star wide receiver Malik Neighbors to a season-ending ACL tear. Before he left, he was able to garner a mere 4 points, nearly 13 points below projections. Although this did not determine the TD's week, it very well could have determined Show Me's future.
It's a good day to be Green Bay, with them jumping up 10 whole spots to first place. Staying strong in second, we have Big Brown Dak moving up 2 spots. Another big leap of 9 places from worst to third is Sean's standout team. The Denver Chicken Nuggets drop from third to fourth, while Raw Sauce Gillette drops from first to fifth. And Brock's Bold team rounds out our upper half, moving up 3 positions. Moving on to the bottom half of our standings, we have the Boone Valley Bitches dropping from 5th to 7th. The Las Vegas Rancheros are still in 8th. The Johnsonville Hot Dogs have dropped 7 whole spots into the bottom 4. Show Me Your TDs holding on in 10th. Wisdom of the Stroud fell down to 11th. And the Houston Happy Endings aren't having any luck all the way in last place. Taking us to our Week 5 matchups, we have Wisdom of the Stroud versus Houston Happy Endings, the Boone Valley Bitches versus the Green Bay Snackers, Las Vegas Rancheros versus the Denver Chicken Nuggets, the Johnsonville Hot Dogs versus Raw Sauce Gillette, Brock's Bold Team versus Show Me Your TDs, and lastly, Big Brown Dak versus Sean's Standout Team. Now let's take a look at our Game of the Week, which of course is Big Brown Dax versus Sean's Standout Team. The 2 and 3 seed going up against each other is the clear choice for Game of the Week. I've got to say, I'm kind of surprised to see Sean all the way up here, but I'm excited to see what these two will put together in the coming season and how this matchup will end up.
Well, that's a wrap on Week 4. I'm curious to see which one of you will have the balls to record Week 5. And don't get sad. Just like the Snackers, you'll see me again.